22 past midnight, episode 107.
I'm probably not going to use it tonight, Jeremy, but I appreciate that.
Use what? What? Oh. I just thought I was going to share it with you.
Yeah.
You know, the secret stuff that we talk about on lunch breaks.
It wasn't a lunch.
Not a lunch break.
Well, I was driving home.
Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, that's why I was driving home and Jeremy was running away from his feelings.
I did pretty good.
I had this terrible idea that would be terribly traumatic for everybody else in the group. Let me send it to you.
That's actually not what it is. It actually has nothing to do with the rest of the group.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
barely, tangentially at best.
Tangentially.
It's more like character backstory stuff. So,
yeah, fantastic.
So I was kind of like, hey, in this, blah, 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 chicken, egg, blah, blah, blah. So.
And then I said, veal.
So how's everybody doing tonight? Wait, did we? Oh, we did name that guy. Oh, wait, no, we didn't name the male bartender guy. The dude. We named the bouncer.
Travis. Can we name him Travis?
Travis. That's a really good Polish name.
What's the name of a sexy Polish guy?
Does he have to be Polish?
Yeah, he's Polish.
I mean, like to work
Italian
the bunker.
Or
all right, I rolled a die. He's not. He's definitely Polish.
I'm curious as to like I typed in Polish Travis, right? Because I thought that was funny, and the first thing that came up was Travis Kelce, and I don't understand why.
Maybe he's Polish.
I thought their family heritage was like Croatian.
Did you know that Stanisław is like the Polish version of Stanley?
I feel like I knew that. But
I didn't know if you knew that or not. I just came across that as I was looking for... Sorry, I was looking at names. Actually, somebody else put a name in the chat last week. God damn it, I wish I remembered what it was. It was a male name. Bonislav?
Peter.
No, that one was for the other guy. That one has already been used.
Oh,
Peter has been used.
It was Bonislav. Because Father Jay put it in the chat. Let me look it up real quick. Boleslav? Boleslaw. Boleslav. Is it Boleslav? All right, I was right. Boleslav. Cool. That is how you say it. I'm getting better with my Polish pronunciation.
Time for you to die.
Yep.
Last guy we had learned Polish immediately was murdered.
Jacob just learned Polish.
Murder.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if history is a guide, timeline-wise.
Kill him.
Oh, shit. We need another bartender up there on the north end. But his name cannot be Boleslav. It will be... Somebody give me another Polish name.
Yuri.
Polish name generator.
Bartek, Bartek, is a Polish name.
All right.
Might be confusing in a bar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that seems to fit.
B-A-R-T what? E-K?
Bartek. Bartek.
Bartek. Bartek the bartender. It was meant to be.
Easy to remember. He's the bartender.
Well, I mean, that'd be like if you were last name Shoemaker and you're a shoemaker.
Yeah, and you were a cobbler. Yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys remember where we were? Where we left off?
Yes.
Yeah? Is that an actual yes or a somewhat yes?
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I have notes that we were in the bunker and whatnot, but I mean, we were also live recording, and I mean, the alcohol tends to make my notes get a little skewed towards the end.
Well, where we left you guys in the bunker, where the characters would actually know, was Emmett was over talking to the captain that you all had met earlier on the street. The guy in civvy clothes, Bazooka Joe, was up on the other side of the room to the north end talking to the dude that got the shit beat out of him by the pimp. And Bruce and Murph were over talking to the bartender, Melina, trying to get information from her about the previous owner. She didn't really have anything about that. You were asking about possibly being able to buy other stuff. And she was like, maybe if you talk to Peter, he could get you into, maybe he could pass word through and see if Jelka wants to talk to you all. But that's not really her realm of expertise or anything she handles, And while that was going on, an officer walked in, a lieutenant, and you all noticed him walk in, and Emmett glanced over, you saw him, and you too, Murph, and you saw the Lieutenant Hoover, who you had met on the road when you guys were captured by the group of Russians that were escorting you towards Krakow, got ambushed. They took out the Russians. You guys ended up camping with them for the night. Then they drugged you, and then they took a bunch of your shit and left. And that's who you just saw come in. And that was kind of where we were.
But I wasn't. My character was not in for that. Was not.
No, you weren't there for that. Murph would have seen
you've
that.
actually gone through 2 characters since then?
Yeah.
I think you were still the Canadian at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys saw him come in, and you recognized him. Both Murph and Emmett recognized him as like, oh shit, that's the guy. Because then the captain yelled over to him and said, hey, LT, what's up? To him. And then, yeah. And just to throw something else in before we go too far into this, Emmett, do you remember another detail about this lieutenant, other than the fact that he drugged you all?
The fact that I told him that I killed a captain.
And the fact that he knew Keanu. And he knew
Yes.
that Keanu's dad was not a captain.
Right.
Right. And then you told him, yeah.
Wait, he's not a captain?
You don't know that, Bruce. Now there's only 2 people alive in the world right now that happen to know that offhand. 3 if you count Jacob, but Jacob doesn't know that.
Yeah, Jacob doesn't know that Emmett's now a
Who are you
captain.
counting as 4, Jeremy? I mean, Yuri. Yuri would have known that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Yuri's got other shit going on, and he's elsewhere. But either way, 2 of those people are in this room right now. So that's where we begin. You see that lieutenant that you recognize from the road, and what do y'all want to do?
Murph's eyes just follow him like stalking prey, but makes no, besides watching him, no outward change of expression or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're still dealing with hot girl bartender.
That does seem to be what the mission is now.
But definitely makes note of it and is trying to casually keep track of the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You see him walk around that couch into the area where Emmett is. And Emmett, you see that lieutenant come around that couch. He's like, how you doing, sir? To the other captain. He kind of looks at you for a second. And the captain says to him, he's like, yeah, hey, have a seat, Hoover. This is Captain. Oh, you know what, man? I never got your name. What's your name again, Captain?
Peterson.
Oh, this is Captain Peterson. And Lieutenant looks at you and is like, it's nice to meet you, Captain Peterson. And he sits down on the couch over there.
Emmett will play it kind of cool. He kind of assuming that he might not even recognize me, seeing as how at the time Emmett didn't have the burns on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm sure the name Peterson probably jingled that bell anyhow. So, but Emmett will play it cool for now. Kind of just sit back, relax, and listen to whatever is about to be said with the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so he sits there. The other guy that was with him gets up and he starts headed over to the bar to get drinks for all of them. Well, not for all of them, but for him and the lieutenant. Bruce, what are you doing?
Still just chit-chatting, because I didn't notice anybody. Nobody popped into my head. So again, I was still with the conversation of the last thing I'd heard was, you may want to talk to Peter. Peter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the last thing you got. Was like, yeah, if you're looking for anything more, I guess Peter could talk to Jelko for you, and he's the man over there at the door.
I appreciate it. You've been very helpful.
Yes, no problem. And then she's like, oh, excuse me, sorry. And she goes down to help the other guy with his beer. The guy from the NATO group. The Blue Man group, as we called him.
Hey, Murph. So, we're here for some intel. We're here to puddle around a little bit. Is it sticking our nose a little bit too in if we try to talk our way?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if our onus is on as much information, or in my mind, I think we kind of want to get away from this Joko guy, because I have this weird sneaking suspicion that when it's all said and done, 2 people will own my ass instead of 1.
Recon, brother. Inconspicuous.
Yeah, you know me. That's my strong point.
No, we're here to observe, get information, not get too involved.
All right, but it sounds like if there's anything you need from inside, outside, or anywhere in between, this is the guy to come to. A lot of money being slung around in here, and of course, Tiger. So those are the things I've learned. Other than that, I think pretty much done with what we need to around here. I'm going to kind of lay low a bit, too.
And the goods are through that door, and I believe downstairs. Is that correct?
Yeah, it sounds like they have a whole VIP in a bit of a warehouse kind of deal.
That's good intel. No point wasting it by getting too greedy.
All right. You think Tattoo Face will ask us any more questions? And the beer is really good. That's the other thing I learned.
This is some good shit.
All right, Chris, so as you were looking around, you were looking for other entrances and exits. The only other doors you see up here are, other than the doors that you guys came in the first place, are the doors to the northeast of you, where I had said is a storeroom from the bar northeast of there, to your northwest, around the corner on the other side of the Tiger, you can see 2 double doors. 2 doors. One has like a male symbol on it, one has a female symbol on it. Those are probably the restrooms. And yeah, that's it. That's the only doors you've seen up here.
And the doors to the VIP room / storeroom / whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he takes a mental note and like mental drawing in his head of where everything is to give Valentine that info, and in case we need to make a hasty exit.
All right, in the onus of being thorough, I'm going to hit the head, and I head over towards the bathroom, stopping to play Here Kitty Kitty with the Tiger for just a moment.
Okay. All right, so you stop by the tiger cage and go, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah. Roll stamina.
And you start headed towards the restroom. You also, as you did that, you saw that guy, Getty, come walking past, the dude that beat the shit out of the guy earlier. He came walking by you and headed down to the VIP section, and Peter opens the door and lets him in. And he goes through the door. That's what you've noticed so far. Murph, roll me a recon roll.
6 and a 7, so I believe that is 2 successes.
That is 2 successes. You look over and, everything seems normal right now. Nothing seems to have changed. But you do notice that for some reason the DJ's not behind the DJ booth anymore.
But I didn't see where he went. Like, I just lost. Yep.
Yeah, you just look over and you notice that he's not there for some reason.
Murph's going to take a stroll over to the DJ booth area.
Okay. All right, so you head over to the DJ booth, and yeah, there's people standing around. You can see that guy. There's the bouncer that had the beat up face and like cuts and stitches and tape holding recent wounds together, kind of standing over to the side. just looking out at the club.
Music still playing?
Music's still playing.
So he's got his playlist programmed.
Well, Assimilate's a pretty long song. It's like 8 minutes or something like that.
He's just going to, fit in like he's lingering around, nursing his beer. Just sitting there hanging out. I want to see where the DJ comes from. And what that whole deal is. I'd also be curious if he's got weapons back there. Is it like a booth? Is it like a booth where it's a door in, or is it just like
no? There's not really. I mean, there's like a swinging little door. You know what I mean? Like a half door. You know, not like a door in.
But I can kind of see behind, right?
No, it's like up a little ways. It's raised up a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, he's not going to look like he's staking the place out, just chilling, nursing his beer, people watching.
Emmett, so over there, you have that conversation going on, and okay. So the LT that had come over there, I mean, they're just kind of, at this point, they're bullshitting about random stuff. It doesn't seem like they're talking about anything in particular of any point of interest, basically. I could role play a whole bullshit conversation with myself. It's like, hey man, how did where'd y'all end up going for lunch, or blah blah blah, how's it going, type shit. So it's just like random weather fucking conversation, or
Right.
yeah. And you know what, actually this would be a great time for this. Let me do this.
Small talk. The word is small talk.
Rumors, actually, was what I was looking for.
Ooh. Rumor has it. Any Adele fans out there? No.
I was singing with you.
Roll me a D10, Brian, because this will be fun.
A D10?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, so what they're kind of talking about, the captain asks the lieutenant. He says, hey, so have you seen anything, anything interesting out there, blah, blah, blah? Like outside of Krakow, did you guys, see anything interesting? He's like, man, there's this weird story the locals are telling about some sort of monster going through the woods and shit like that. I don't know. It's weird, this, I don't know, with everything, going to shit and society kind of devolving, it's weird that a lot of those myths and legends kind of things are coming back. But yeah, man, they're talking about some sort of fucking monster stalking around in the woods, and with like a skull face or some, I don't know, man. It's some sort of weird ghosty fucking story. Who knows? I'm not even sure, man. Captain's like, yeah, that sounds about right. There's always going to be some sort of weird rumors and stories like that coming from people when they're in, isolated and living in situations like this. What do you think, Peterson?
I don't know. Kind of sounds like, could just be panic. Could be something drug-induced. Could be people just searching for reasons why bad things are happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and the lieutenant's like, yeah, I mean, they're talking about it like literally fucking eating people, like finding people that have been, partway consumed by something, and they're not even talking about cooked, they're talking about just like eating it right off the fucking bone and corpses being left like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying what I heard. That's just the rumors that are out there. Between that and then everyone talking about that plague going around, those are kind of the two big stories out there on the countryside. But that's about it. All right, Bruce, you're in the bathroom. It smells not great. It smells like the cleaning products are missing. Like not quite as available as they once were. It smells like they've tried to clean it. You know what I mean? Like the best they can with what they can get, but it doesn't have that like bleached well kind of smell to it. It smells like a nightclub in a post-apocalyptic world in the bathroom where cleaning supplies aren't readily available, other than alcohol. But people are using that for fuel or drinking.
I just check it out. It looks like a standard bathroom. I take a leak.
Yeah, it's got like graffiti on the walls. Some of it's in Polish. You see some in Russian. You see some in English, German, things like that. Various things on the wall.
I wash my hands and head back out. But this time I'll post up by the top bar.
Okay. Murph, yeah, so you're down there for a little while, down by the DJ booth, and the song ends, and another one starts playing, but you still haven't seen the DJ come back yet.
If anybody asks me, I'm waiting to make a request. That's going to be my my bullshit story.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's just curious where that guy went and where he's going to come back from. And still, while he's there waiting for that guy to come back and scanning, he is very interested in what's going on with Emmett and our long lost friend.
Yeah, I mean, other guys come back over with the drinks. Emmett, they come back over. The one guy brings back 4 drinks, enough for him and Bazooka Joe, but Bazooka Joe's off talking to that other guy still. And the other guy comes back with 2 beers, one for him and one for the lieutenant. And the conversation's changed from that random monster stuff out there to talking about how security's been increased at the checkpoints. They're not letting people in quite as easily anymore. They're being a lot more strict about it, checking papers. He's noticed that there's some random stops around town just so they can kind of keep the flow of people from outside and reduce it, you know? Like keep that in check, and kind of talking about that. So he's like, yeah, I think we're going to be locked down for a little bit. They're really going to be, you know, limiting how much they're letting people leave the city and come back in, other than the working parties they have for the farms. But yeah, it seems like that's kind of what's been going on, sir. Captain's like, yeah, I kind of expected that from what I'd heard about that plague going around they're talking about. Had you come across that at all, Peterson?
No, I can't say that I did. I did hear tell of the incident with the gate where things got kind of nasty there up by the camp.
Yeah, we heard about that too. Heard that there was we could hear the shots going. It's not every day that they start shooting into the refugee camp, you know.
Yeah, well, I figured once that happened that things would get a bit more strict around town.
Murph, you see that, and it's just Emmett's sitting over there with those guys just talking. Looks totally normal. Actually, Emmett, roll me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion.
Yeah, because Murph is like partially preparing himself for Emmett to maybe beat the shit out of the guy.
7 and a 5, 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're over there just talking with them. It seems pretty friendly, seems cordial. You know, everyone seems like they're getting along, and the lieutenant doesn't seem to have recognized you.
Nothing, so there was no tell that, he's obviously...
No.
All right. Well, I mean, Peterson is a common name anyhow. Maybe not in Sweden, though.
For Poland?
Yeah. Poland, yes. Polish, that's where we're at now.
Emmett's like,
sorry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, wrong country altogether.
Wait, we're not in Sweden?
Leave it to the officer to have his map upside down.
It's even more amazing because they didn't he didn't come here with the rest of the military. He made it here on his own and still thought he was in Sweden. So Bruce, you go up to the other bar and you see yet again a very attractive male bartender this time. And he's like, "Oh, can I help you, sir?"
I'm good. I'm just going to finish this beer right here. This tiger has got me in a whirlwind. But if I need another one, I'll get right back at you. What's your name again, sir?
Bartek. My name is Bartek.
Bartek. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you too. And he goes to the other end of the bar and starts helping someone else. And they start pouring shots for the other person. Murph, roll me a recon roll.
A 9 and a 1.
Okay. All of a sudden, you hear someone scream over the music. You hear, ah, ah! And you look over and you see the tiger starting to come out of the cage. Like on the south end of it. And you see everybody start to like push away from it. It's like, shit, shit, shit. And you can hear people like swearing and saying whatever in various different languages. Like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. And it just roars like over top the music. And everyone starts to like rush down towards, like away from the tiger in various directions. What do you guys want to do?
Can I see Bruce at all?
Yeah, you can see Bruce on the other side of the tiger cage. Yeah.
Okay, so I know that he didn't do something stupid.
You see Bruce on the other side of the tiger cage.
Well, no, just because he's fascinated by the tiger. That would not seem abnormal. He's just going to stay put.
Okay, everyone starts running down in your direction. And like they're trying to go somewhere. And you're right there in the direction of away from the fucking tiger. So you start getting like crammed up against the DJ booth as everyone's like, ah, ah. And the guy that has the bandages on his face like runs over and he's like talking to the other guy. He's like, Glut, says something to him in Polish and they like slam the bolt closed, right? And he like yells across the room to Peter, right? And he says something to him and Peter opens the door and starts like, come. And starts like, everyone starts to like flood down through that door down to the stairs. What are you all going to do?
Like, are they acting like they're helping people get out, or are they acting like they're trying to keep people in?
They close to the door to the club and then are telling everybody, they're like, go. And they're like, come. That's why they opened the door and told everybody to start going that way.
The rest of the people that Emmett's there with, what is the rest of the party's reaction to this?
They get up and I mean, they're the same thing. Like they get up and they're like, what the fuck? And they start moving in the direction. Well, the LT and the other guy that came in with him start headed towards the basement. The other four guys start kind of headed towards the center area as everyone starts to like rush down. Like they're kind of like trying to block the tiger. You know what I mean? Like put their arms up and like kind of like coerce it to go back. They're like, no, go back.
Okay, so the NATO guys, the original captain, and those guys are trying to coax the tiger back in. Emmett will stay with that group
and try to coerce the tiger back in.
He will be with that group. He is going to probably stay a step behind that group, but he will be nearby. Okay.
Bruce, what are you doing?
Jump the bar, hide behind it with Bartek.
Okay.
Adam, when Murph starts getting pushed against the DJ booth, he's going to say to himself, fuck it, and swim downstream with everybody.
Downstairs? Okay.
So when I kind of jump the bar, I look at Bartek. I don't know how panicked he is. Does this happen a lot?
No, it doesn't usually happen. It's supposed to be padlocked. So it's not supposed to be able to be easily opened, especially by a tiger, unless he's got a key.
Do you have a weapon or anything back here?
He holds up a bottle.
I take it from him. I mean, just as I'm acting like I think he's offering it to me, and I grab it.
Right. So these people start all, like I said, piling down the stairs. Most of these people do.
What better way to inconspicuously end up at the place that we were curious about?
Funny how that happens.
All right, so you see the other guy that was Peter. He starts going down the stairs too with y'all, and you get to the bottom of the stairs, Murph. And when you come down, there's another set of double doors headed to the west, like back in.
Like it doubles back, essentially.
Yeah.
But lower.
Right. Yeah, it's like it doubles back in the direction that you came from. There's another set of double doors. They have that one pushed open, and everyone's kind of flooding into that area. And when you start going into that area, you notice that it looks very similar to upstairs. It's just slightly different. And the music's a little bit different down here, and you can still hear like the commotion of everybody from upstairs coming down the stairs, and you can hear the music still playing.
And this is the VIP room.
Right, yeah. It looks smaller, but yeah, you come down, and you can tell everyone's been moving into that area over to the west. Are you going to follow them all into there?
Yes.
Okay. The lieutenant and the guy that came in with him, they're all moving into there, too.
Yeah, he's just totally going to act like he's going along with the crowd. Like, hey, we're scared of the tiger. Ah.
Yep. And you did notice that one of the guys kind of runs back and like runs around the stairs and peeked in another door that was back behind the stairs and like yells something in there. And you see a guy come out of that door back to the east of where you were, like back in the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts going up the stairs, and he has a blue beret on. But that's all you notice. He just kind of flies around and like runs back up the stairs. Jeremy, Frank, and Doc were in there with him. They were finishing up their meeting, and someone yells into the room, "The tiger! Anton got out!" And Jelko went running. He's like, excuse me. And he goes running out of the room.
Doc, look, this is what I'm saying. We can't let the guys come here. They've got a fucking tiger. They can't even keep it under wraps. The fuck is... What is wrong with these people? Oh, is there someone else down there?
Yeah, the other guy that was there for the security. He's like, please come with me. The guy that yelled into the room for him.
No, I thought there was someone else in there.
Yeah, there was another person that was sitting there with you and Jelko. Yeah. But the guy that opened the door and yelled in was like, please come with me.
We've more or less concluded our meeting before this happened, or no? Or do
you were just finishing up your meeting at that point, so yeah.
All right, so how do we get out of here now?
Just come with me. Back out this door.
All right. Staff Sergeant's going to follow him.
Okay. And he kind of escorts you back into the main area of the VIP area. He's like, this way, not upstairs. Threw in the tiger loose upstairs.
Yeah, no shit. That's what happens when you have a fucking tiger in a cage. God.
It's fine when it has lock on and no one touched lock.
Yeah, it's always good until, it's not.
He's fine. He won't harm anyone. They know how to handle it.
He's looking kind of incredulous at Doc. Like, what the fuck is this?
Tiger's gonna tiger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Doc, it's like, all right, I guess we're going into the VIP area then. And he starts walking back into there.
I guess if we're going to wait, hey. But he's going to go up to the bar, the closest section, and be like, hey, can I get a beer?
All right, so you go up to the bar down in the VIP room, and there's way more fucking people down here now after everyone kind of rushed down here. And we go back up to the first floor. Emmett, you see... those same four guys starting to move over, and like they're trying to kind of, stand in the way of the tiger without really like getting in the way of the tiger. You know what I mean? And just kind of like, hey. And the other guy with the beat up face is kind of flanking around. These bartenders actually left and went downstairs too, because they could. Anika, Boleslav, and Melina kind of bolt for downstairs. And you see the guy with the blue beret. You see a guy come upstairs with the blue beret. And he's like, Jean, what is happening? What is going on? Anton. And he's kind of like stalking around. So what are you going to do, Emmett?
Does the tiger look, super aggressive, or is he just kind of like strutting his stuff, showing that he's the boss of now that he's out of his cage?
he's kind of strutting his stuff, showing that he's the boss now that he's out of his cage, and every once in a while he'll like swat and just, you know, not hitting anybody, but just kind of like, roar, and like swats his claw and kind of seems like he's walking where he wants to walk, you know.
Yep. Imp will kind of stay put where he's at. I mean, you know, he wasn't gonna, you know, shuffle away with the panic. He's trying to see if he can't find an in with this other group here that's not the LT from the poison platoon. And then he's, you know, just kind of watching to see what the protocol is from the rest of the bar as far as an emergency situation goes.
Yeah, well, everyone kind of ran downstairs was what happened. Other than the bartender to the north that kind of wasn't willing to run past the tiger at that point, and Bruce.
Right, couldn't figure out whether it was more dangerous or not to try to make it downstairs or stay put
past the tiger or not. Yeah. And then you see the tiger start to walk around towards the north end of the cage as everyone's kind of moving in towards it. And Željko runs over to that captain that you've been talking to. And he's like, excuse me. So if you can, yeah, and you hear him talking to him, but the music's still poof, 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 and like playing real loud. So roll me a recon roll.
All right. That is a 4 and 8.
All right. Yeah, you kind of hear him say, if you would help me get this tiger back, get Anton back in the cage, I will owe you. I will owe you a huge favor. Would you please have your men help me? And Captain kind of agrees to that, and they start trying to, you know, he stores this tiger so they can kind of, you know, calmly get him to go back into the cage. Because it's still a pet, but they're also like, you know, oh shit, you know, it might just fucking attack people, you know. Jeremy's looking at me weird. Why are you looking at me weird?
Just the whole premise of trying to corral a 900-pound cat.
I mean, it's, quote,
Yeah.
domesticated, end quote.
Yeah, so was Siegfried and Roy's tiger.
Yeah, it's still an apex predator.
Yeah,
This
that's
thing
why they're
hasn't
trying
been-
to
yeah, this thing
corral
hasn't been
it.
declawed.
as nice as possible.
But let me guess, none of these people have anything to try and corral a tiger with.
They got persuasions.
That's kind of what I was getting
But
at.
it starts coming around towards the north and kind of like goes around the bar to the north end. And Bruce, you see it like peek its head around the corner where you and Bartek are.
Oh shit, oh no.
What do you want to do?
Persuade it. No.
Like by yourself?
Oh no, Bartek's gonna help me.
Is he?
Bartek jumps over the bar and starts fucking running for it.
The fuck I am.
Coward.
Roll me a d6, Kyle.
That would be a 3, sir.
Okay. All right. The tiger just kind of like looks over and "Roar!" as he like Bartek goes taking off running, but doesn't seem to attack him as he goes running past those 4 NATO guys and to the other side.
I'll follow his lead.
All right, so you're gonna jump over the counter as well?
Yep,
Are you gonna take off running, or are you gonna like try to move slowly?
I'm running.
Roll me d6.
That would be a 3 as well.
Okay. All right. You go taking off running, and where are you going?
I'm just putting as many people between me and the tiger as possible.
Okay. And Emmett, what are you doing?
Emmett is going to kind of bring up the rear to the group here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of working with the group, but not putting himself directly up front.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Operation hide behind the meat wall.
I'm still holding the beer bottle.
Okay. This is an empty beer bottle.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's full of pee now. I mean, there's a tiger.
All right, so the captain and his men start trying to... The tiger starts to come around the corner a little ways, and they're trying to persuade it to go back into the cage. So I'm going to roll his persuade with the bonus from everybody, trying to ease the thing back in. And it's opposed, so we'll see how this plays out. Brian, roll me 2d10, actually. That's more fun.
2d10.
Roll me 2d10.
That's a 7 and a 5, so 1 success.
All right. All right, so they start moving it closer towards the cage and getting the door kind of open, and they're like, come on back in, Anton. Anton is like, and like John, the guy with the busted up face, looks like he's been in lots of brawls, it kind of works there, has like tossed some meat into the cage, and Anton looks like he's starting to go back in there. Roll me 2d10 again.
All right, 2 more d10. That is a 9 and a 3.
Okay, so 1 success.
Yep.
And Anton starts to go back into the cage. And you see the John guy kind of run over and like locks the cage back up. And it seems like that whole thing has simmered down. Now, we cut back downstairs. Murph and Frank and Doc, you guys are standing there at the bar. You went and got a beer, right, Murph? Or what were you doing? I guess you don't have your money with you because your money's upstairs.
No, he just went down there and followed the crowd. Mm-hmm. Acted as inconspicuous as possible.
Yeah. So you guys can still hear the commotion upstairs. You can hear the music playing. You hear the roars every once in a while coming down the stairs. The music down here is a little bit more subdued and a little bit more chill. It's not quite as like doof, 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 like thumping, like dance. It's more like everyone generally would be just hanging out down here. You see that pimp guy up in the north end, the same guy that beat the shit out of the guy earlier. You can see him over there in the corner, and that's kind of what you make out.
Are there any exits down here besides the way we came?
You saw the door beside the stairwell that went back. That was the only other way you saw. Other than to the northeast of the bar. There's another door over there. And bathrooms.
Okay, he's going to head back up.
He's going to head back upstairs?
Yep.
Okay. You start to go up the stairs. Like, head towards the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going to the stairs, you cross paths with a man with a blue beret on. He's wearing Soviet uniform, like that kind of like cami pattern, right? But he's got like the shirt unbuttoned, showing off his chest because, you know, he's fucking Russian. He's pulling off the whole, you know, I'm showing my chest hair type thing. And you notice on his chest, around his neck, he's wearing a crucifix. Roll coolness under fire. And then an empathy roll.
And then stamina.
All right. Coolness under fire, 9 and a 7. 9s are wild right now.
Mm-hmm. So you don't take a point of stress. Roll an empathy roll.
5.
That's a fail. So that means it would kick in the psychosis, which would be a violent rampage.
So I'm going to assume I'm going to attack the Spetsnaz wannabe guy.
Point of order. They're in the hall. They're in the stairwell, right?
Mm-hmm. They're meeting in the stairwell.
Okay.
So Murph is like, another fucking cross? Are you fucking kidding me? And lunges at the guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go to initiative. I mean, that's obviously how this goes, right? All right, so you saw that Russian dude and the other guy that was coming down the stairs with him. Murph, you're up first.
Oh, okay. Well, he lunges to attack him. We're in a stairwell, so I'm going to assume he, like, just God, has he been composed enough to throw a punch, or is he just going to like tackle him?
What do you think the most violent rampage you think to do would be?
Swing.
I don't know. I pictured it almost as like if this was a show, we would see the tiger get put in the cage, and then see Murph like almost like lunge in the same predatory fashion. Like,
That's a good visual.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to when the riot was happening in the street and he was just going to town on dudes that were trying to get to the little girl, and he's just
Throwing haymakers.
Yep. So close combat, which would be an A and a C. We got a 3 and a 7.
A 3 and a 7. All right. Let me roll his to block that. B. So he's going to try to block it.
wait, what did you just say out loud there?
A B and a B. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't care. Would you like to push that roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll push the 3.
You got a 3 and a 7?
Yep. 3.
Okay. Yeah, he blocks it. He got 2 successes. So you go to throw a punch at him, and he like puts his fist up and like blocks it. Do you want to try something else? There's other options in unarmed combat, but throwing a punch is slow action, if I remember correctly. But there are other close combat options.
Can he tackle him after missing with the swing?
Okay, so the what is it? Throwing a punch is you said slow action?
Yep, I believe so.
Melee attack, yes, slow action. So then, fast action, you can drop back, seek cover, go for full to partial cover, run, cross barrier, move through door, crawl, get up, draw item from combat gear, shove, disarm, grapple attack.
Currently, they're engaged because now we're like kind of in the urban combat version of it, so they're engaged in close combat.
Correct.
So it would be a fast action to disengage, basically.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
I don't
that's
think
probably not. Yeah.
Disengaging isn't exactly where he's at right now.
No.
He did say fast action grapple, so I'm thinking
No, it's a
a
grapple
slow
attack. That's once you have them grappled.
Yeah. Once you have them grappled, you can do a grapple attack as a fast action.
Best thing you could do, just speaking from the unarmed combat aspect of it, is I think if you isn't it a fast action to defend yourself?
Yes, it's a fast action to defend yourself.
When a blow comes back, you can then roll to defend yourself if you don't spend that fast action.
Or you could shove him prone.
Shove is also a fast action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would shove. He's not thinking defensive. I mean, I would like him to.
And then with your free action, you should yell, "I'm just trying to subdue you."
Please do.
I was wondering if that was going to come.
Hey,
I'm just trying to subdue you. All right, so that would be another close combat roll, Chris.
$12 and a 2, so 2 successes.
Woof. All right. I'm going to roll his roll. Would you like to push that roll?
Yes, I'll push the 2.
Okay.
6.
All right. You push him back and he falls prone because that's what happens with shove, I believe. So he falls prone and I'm going to say knocks into the the bartender there.
Oh, they get tangled. That's why he goes down.
Yeah. Frank, you hear commotion in the stairs.
It's pretty close, so he's going to move to the doors and peek in.
Yeah, it would be a fast action to move into the stairwell.
I'm
just letting you know. That's what it would be to move.
He's not invested into getting into any trouble at the moment.
Right.
He's trying to keep his nose clean, but he's going to take a look just out of like situational awareness.
Right. And then Doc starts to move over there with you. All right. Back to the top of the ramp.
Shit, I was rolling
So
wrong.
he sees them or did not have enough movement actions to like move there and then like peek open the door.
No, you can peek through the door. You see that going on. I figured you weren't
Gotcha.
going to get involved from what you said. You
Not
see
yet.
Murph standing there. You see the guy standing there. You see Jelko and Bartek knocked over on the floor, on the stairwell, knocked over.
Yeah. To move into the next hex or the next
Would it be a fast
zone
action?
would be another action.
One
Yeah,
fast action. Well, no. It wasn't a fast action to move to where you moved. That was just moving within the zone you're in. It'd be a fast action to move from your zone into the other zone. That's up to you.
But then would I still have an action to?
You would have a slow action.
Okay, yeah, he's going to move into that zone and attempt to grapple Murph.
Okay.
Let me pull up that character sheet.
By the way, I fucked that up. And when we were in the riot, I've got Brawler, which is a +1 close combat.
There you go. So that makes it a what? An A and an A, or A and a
A and a B.
A and a B?
Staff Sergeant rolled a 12 and a 2, and for shits and giggles, I'm going to push the 2.
You don't need to.
Oh, all right.
And the reason why is because Murph used
he
both
can't
of his
block it.
actions, so he can't block it.
Right.
Yeah. So you are able to grapple Murph.
Oh, yeah. He's got him in a full-on, like, sleeper hold, and he's just getting it set. And he just grabs Murph right around the neck, and he's getting his arm put up behind it, and he's got the figure 4 just ready to squeeze the next round.
So that's what you got right now, Murph. You got grabbed from behind.
What the fuck? Let me go! These fucking crosses! And he's just pulling with all of his might, trying to go at the Russian guy.
Jelko stands up and it's like, what the fuck? And like comes in to like hit at Murph, right? Who's, grappled right now.
His only action is to break free. Yeah.
Yep. He gets 3 successes. I rolled an 11 and a 9 because he got a +1 because, yeah. And, shit. What is it normally? The damage on a crit is 1 for unarmed. Is it 4 for?
4 is a crit.
So that's 3 points of damage. You take 3 points of damage.
Believe it or not, I still had a point of damage from previous.
Okay. All right. So you take 3 total as he punches Murph in the face.
You motherfucker!
Murph. What the fuck? You fuck.
So A and a B this time.
Mm-hmm.
11 and a 4.
That's opposed.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 11 and a 5. Do we push it or?
His would undo yours, right? Because you're the one trying to maintain a grapple. So currently he's winning it. So you could push it, Jeremy, and then
I
he
can
can
push
push
it?
it. Yes. Because yours is the defense, his is the offense.
All right.
So actually, wait, I was wrong. Since yours is the defense part and his is the offense part, yours undo his. Yes, that's what it is. Okay.
So I'm still pushing first?
No, it would be Chris's that would push first. I mean, either way, if
Okay.
you're both pushing. So
Okay.
But currently you're undoing his. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So he's got it maintained right now.
I already rolled it. I'll use it if I need it. So
Trying to get out of the grapple is the offensive move. So if you get 2 successes and he gets 2 successes, his 2 negate your 2, which means you don't get out of it.
So am I re-rolling both or just the...
Whatever
just
doesn't
the
have a
one-
success.
Okay, so
Yeah.
7 on that one.
So that's another success. Jeremy?
9.
Oh, shit. So he still has you grappled. You have another action, though, Chris.
I mean, I'm grappled.
Yeah, but I think getting out of it's still fast action.
The only action they can perform is to try to break free, which is a slow action, requires them winning an opposed close combat roll against you.
Right.
Which
So-
I already did.
It's a slow action? Okay.
Yeah, so all he has left is a fast action.
Right.
Let me at that motherfucker with the cross!
Frank.
And he's gonna squeeze and try to
Subdue him?
yes.
Okay.
How do I do this without killing him? Really, it's incapacitated.
It'll be incapacitated by damage, yeah, if that happens. But Murph still gets the defensive roll against it.
Right. This works as a normal... Okay, yeah. Wait. While you were grappling, the only action you can perform is a grapple attack. This works as a normal unarmed attack, but is a fast action and cannot be blocked.
Oh, there you go. Then it can't be blocked. All right, well, then never
So
mind.
it's a fast action, so I can just do it twice, right?
No, because you already used an action against his trying to get out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shit. That's 3 successes.
So he passes out.
Jelko, I got him. Just back up. You know, he's taken care of now, all right?